Hello everyone, Jose J. Garcia with Garcia Home University here. So I wanted to make a video on DMV and Tax Assessors Office. I don't know if I'm supposed to be recording here or not. Don't really care. Reason why I wanted to make this video. A lot of students, a lot of investors have, it's a constant question about that. They ask me, what if you can't do this? What if you can't do that when transferring the title or just trying to change something in the system and a lot of things. And I don't want to sound like I'm talking bad about the tax assessors, representatives, people that work there, but the reality is, and I give it to you straight like I do on everything else, is most of them do not know what they're doing. When it comes to mobile homes, it is so alien still to them that a lot of times even just coming in to try to put a title under an LLC or corporation, or maybe two people trying to put both their names on it, or they just look at these titles like it's a complete confusion. And it's time delay, that's one thing. And you'll hear me mention continually that you have to build these relationships. When I'm talking about building these relationships, it means with business partners. It means with other investors. It means with handyman, contractor, tax assessors reps. Why? Because it makes it easier. When you come into, especially if you're doing business in the same area, which you should, multiple closings, whatever you need to do, but the same reps that you use one time, you should be able to keep on using over and over. And after a while, they're going to understand better more what you're trying to do and kind of understand the concept of the system and the process themselves. So don't be alarmed if while you're trying to do something with the title that they may ask you questions. And of course, when I'm here, because that's a whole different new tax assessor's office I've never been to, and as was to be expected, it was not going to be, what I did should have been 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Shockingly, there was no line waiting, so that was kind of interesting, but maybe just the right time of day. But once I got up to the window, immediately. And of course, in the natural, I try to coach people anyway. That's what I do. So it was a little bit lengthier, but I answer a lot of questions for them that now other investors will be able to come in and they understand a little bit. And it's, again, they don't know certain things. Don't be alarmed by it. It is unfortunate because you figure this is what they do. They would know, certain things, certain questions. They should be the ones answering you. But something so simple, just because it involves a mobile home, it just means they don't know. Give me 1 second, let me get in the car. I think it's a little bit loud out here. So yeah, but if you are in a new tax assessor's office, it helps if you call them before you get there and kind of let them know what you're going to be doing. Especially if you're a wholesaler and you're trying to wholesale a deal, that is going to be red flags to them. That is going to be alarming to them. It is just not going to go well. Okay, it's going to take time, a lot of confusions, that they're going to want to know specifics as to what you're doing, because again, it is not so common. Now, certain areas where other investors have already been there, they'll understand. So be ready, be prepared to coach them in a way. And a lot of my students, especially the ones that do back pocket access with me, they will call me from the DMV Tax Assessor's Office. Jay, hey, I'm trying to transfer a title here. I got the seller, I got the buyer. It's a wholesale, but they're telling me that you can't do that. It's illegal. So put me on speaker, and yeah, it becomes a 30-minute coaching. I love the ending of it. Everybody's so defensive when you begin coaching them. What? No, I don't think this. Then you start getting those, well, that kind of makes sense. Then you're winning them over. And it's not because you're lying or feeding them BS kind of thing, but it's because you're telling them exactly what they already should know, but they don't. So I just spent a few minutes in there coaching these people and telling them certain things. And of course, then they, another one come by, and I had an issue like this, and I thought you were this kind of thing. And I'm just thinking, like, even at this point, you don't know who I am. And you're Karen saying things like, I thought, that was the way it was supposed to be, versus, hey, I should have known how this was supposed to be, kind of thing. There's nothing wrong with coaching people and helping each other out. At the end of the day, we're in it for the same business. Tax assessor's office and DMV are not the easiest to handle. They're not the easiest to deal with many times, especially if you're starting out. If they're new to it, now you get a new rep that just started a couple weeks, you're really going to be in there for a while. But that is okay. If you're going to continue to do business in that same tax assessor's office, which you should be if you're going to do multiple deals, be prepared to coach them. When you come back around the second time, the third, the fourth, it just gets easier. Then it'll get to a point where certain tax assessors office where they know me by my name when I come in, you know, oh, are you doing another wholesale deal? You know, it's kind of funny when it comes to that point, because you know at that point that they know you, you know them, there's a comfort level, that relationship has been built, and it just makes it easier. So yeah, you know, new tax assessor's office I came to down here, transfer a couple titles and just a few things I needed to do, and it became the typical coaching. I had the shadow coaching this past weekend, and a student of mine, she had already approached, she had already been to a tax assessor's office and talked about the issues. Typical, you know, they don't know. It's not that they don't know, it's that they don't know and they try to tell you otherwise. That's where it burns me. And typically it's put her on the phone. Let me tell her how the system works. Anyway, to take this video for educational purpose, that's all the reason behind it. I'm leaving now. I got to go look at a couple more homes. I have a bunch of properties that we just reviewed earlier today, and I got to go home and just decipher which ones are the better the deals, which ones I will present to my investors, my students, and yeah, keep on grinding, keep on going. That's all you can do. Do the best every day. Do a little bit more every day. If you're looking for coaching, you know how to find me, GarciaMHU.com. Email me directly at j@GarciaMHU.com. Yes, I'm putting my seatbelt on. Till next time, thank you for watching.